Have you ever noticed how some women can walk into a room and immediately capture everyone's attention without saying a word, without wearing flashy clothes, or carrying the latest designer handbag? There's a quiet confidence about them, a timeless grace that seems almost effortless. And here's the truth no one talks about. Elegance isn't about wealth, youth, or trends. It's about presence. It's about the choices we make every day in how we carry ourselves, how we dress, how we express who we are. If you're a woman over 50, you might have felt the pressure to stay relevant by keeping up with trends or hiding signs of age. But what if I told you that true elegance actually gets better with time, and that the most sophisticated women don't chase attention? They attract it quietly? Today, I'm going to share with you 7 style and mindset secrets inspired by old money elegance. These are the little-known habits that effortlessly stylish women over 50 never ignore. And once you hear them, you'll start seeing elegance in a whole new way. Secret 1. Attitude is the ultimate elegance. When we talk about elegance, most people immediately think of fashion, maybe a beautifully tailored coat, pearls, or the perfect shade of lipstick. But let me tell you something I've learned after 5 decades of living and watching women from all walks of life. The most powerful form of elegance doesn't come from your closet. It comes from your attitude. I once met a woman named Claire. She was in her 70s, wore a simple gray sweater, comfortable flats, and had her silver hair pulled back in a bun. She wasn't loud. She didn't wear anything particularly expensive. But when she entered the room, people instinctively sat up straighter. They listened when she spoke. She had something you can't buy: poise, quiet confidence, and a kind of presence that spoke louder than words. That is the essence of true elegance. It's in the way you carry yourself, your posture, your tone of voice, the way you treat people, even those who can do nothing for you. Elegance after 50 has very little to do with trying to look young. It has everything to do with showing the world that you are grounded, self-assured, and comfortable in your own skin. You don't have to chase approval anymore. You don't have to impress anyone. Real elegance is about knowing your worth and allowing that quiet power to speak for itself. A woman who walks into a room with grace, speaks with intention, and listens with kindness. She is unforgettable. Secret 2. Tailoring is self-respect in disguise. There's something magical about a perfectly tailored piece of clothing. It doesn't shout. It doesn't beg for attention. But it quietly tells the world, this woman knows herself. As we age, our bodies naturally change, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. But one of the most common mistakes women over 50 make is settling for clothes that are good enough. Clothes that are too loose, or worse, too tight in all the wrong places. We often think, it fits okay, I'll make it work. But let me ask you this, why just make it work when you can make it shine? Tailoring is not just about altering clothes. It's about honoring your body as it is right now. That blouse you love but haven't worn in years because it pulls at the shoulders, tailor it. The pants that are just a bit too long and make you feel frumpy, hem them. These small adjustments can completely transform not just how you look, but how you feel in your clothes. You don't need a brand new wardrobe. You need a great tailor. Someone local, someone skilled, someone who understands your shape better than a size chart ever will. A well-fitted blazer or a simple dress that hugs you in all the right places will always outshine the trendiest outfit off the rack. So next time you try something on and think almost, remember, almost isn't good enough anymore. You've earned better. You deserve to feel amazing in everything you wear. Secret 3. Less is luxury. Why a smaller wardrobe feels so much bigger. Let me tell you a little secret that took me years to fully embrace. The most stylish women I know don't have giant closets. In fact, they tend to wear the same pieces over and over. The difference? Those pieces are timeless, versatile, and high quality. There's a myth that to look elegant, you need endless outfits and options. But in reality, a carefully curated wardrobe, one where every item fits beautifully, serves a purpose, and can be mixed and matched effortlessly, is far more powerful. It saves you time, reduces stress, and makes your style feel intentional. I used to stand in front of my closet every morning, staring at racks of clothes and still thinking, I have nothing to wear. Sound familiar? Once I began paring down, donating what I didn't love, and focusing only on clothes that made me feel confident and comfortable, everything changed. Getting dressed became simple and elegant. Here's a strategy I swear by. For every new piece you bring in, let one go. It keeps your closet fresh and ensures every item earns its place. Ask yourself before every purchase, will I still love this 5 years from now? If the answer is no, it doesn't deserve your money or your space. Elegance is not about having more, it's about having better. 10 well-chosen pieces will take you further than 50 mediocre ones ever could. So if you're feeling overwhelmed by your wardrobe, start by letting go. What you keep will say so much more. Secret 4. The right sunglasses say everything without saying a word. Sunglasses might seem like a small detail, but for elegant women, they are anything but. In fact, they are one of the most powerful style tools you can own, and often the most overlooked. Think about it. The right pair of sunglasses can instantly elevate even the simplest outfit. They add mystery, structure, and polish. But there's a big difference between trendy and timeless. Oversized logos, funky shapes, and glittery frames may catch attention for a moment, but they date quickly and often distract from your overall look. Old money elegance leans into the classics. Think tortoiseshell, deep black, soft gold. Styles like aviators, wayfarers, or a soft cat eye never go out of style and suit most face shapes. But more important than the style itself is the fit and the quality. Do they sit comfortably on your nose? Do they complement your face shape? Do they protect your eyes from the sun with proper UV lenses? And here's something else you may not have considered. Having just 1 or 2 excellent pairs is far more elegant than having a dozen cheap ones. Because elegance isn't about showing off. It's about choosing carefully and wearing confidently. The next time you slip on a well-made pair of sunglasses that truly suit you, take a moment. Notice how your posture changes, how you carry yourself. That, right there, is the quiet confidence of timeless style. Secret 5. Neutral colors are the quiet power move. When we hit our 50s and beyond, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we need bold, bright colors to feel youthful or stand out. But here's the truth. Color should enhance you, not overpower you. Neutral tones, like cream, beige, navy, charcoal, soft white, and chocolate brown, are the backbone of classic old money elegance. These shades don't scream for attention, but they create a calm, confident presence that people naturally gravitate toward. They're easier to mix and match, and they have a grounding effect that feels sophisticated without trying too hard. One of the most elegant women I know wears almost nothing but beige, gray, and navy, and somehow she always stands out. Why? Because those colors give her room to shine. They don't compete with her personality, they frame it. If you've ever felt lost in loud prints or flashy tones, this might be the shift you've been needing. Neutrals are not boring. They're strategic. They let your accessories pop, your smile glow, and your whole look come together effortlessly. Try starting with a base, like a soft taupe sweater or a pair of dark navy pants, and build from there. You'll find that even the simplest outfit becomes elevated when the colors are chosen with intention. Because elegance doesn't need to shout. It whispers and still gets heard. Secret 6. Accessories speak loudest when they're subtle. Accessories are like punctuation in your personal style. They may seem small, but they shape the entire tone of your look. And after 50, the way you accessorize can either elevate your elegance or distract from it. Many women fall into the trap of thinking they need flashy, oversized accessories to make a statement or draw attention away from aging. But the truth is, refined accessories create far more impact. A pair of real pearl earrings, a delicate gold necklace, or a classic leather handbag whispers confidence in a way that no rhinestone-studded necklace ever could. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Instead of buying 5 trendy pieces that won't last a season, invest in one beautifully made item that will last for years. Look for clean finishes, real metals, and timeless design. When you wear a well-crafted piece, it becomes part of your identity, not just an add-on. Some of my most treasured accessories are vintage. A brooch passed down from my mother, a slim silver cuff I found in a little antique shop. These pieces have stories, and they make you feel something when you wear them. That emotional connection is elegance at its core. So the next time you reach for something sparkly and loud, pause. Ask yourself, am I choosing this to express who I am or to cover something up? Because the most elegant accessories never try too hard, they simply belong. Secret 7. Modesty is the new allure. In a world that often rewards attention-grabbing outfits, there's something powerfully refreshing about a woman who dresses with restraint. Not because she's trying to hide, but because she understands that what's left to the imagination is far more captivating than what's fully revealed. Elegance after 50 isn't about covering up. It's about dressing in a way that honors who you are now. That might mean a crisp white button-down shirt, sleeves rolled just right, a knee-length skirt that moves beautifully when you walk, fabrics that skim your shape rather than cling to it. There's a confidence in modesty. It says, I don't need to reveal everything to be seen. And paradoxically, that kind of quiet confidence draws far more admiration than any flashy outfit ever could. Think about the women you've admired most in your life, not just for how they looked, but for how they carried themselves. Chances are they weren't dressing to impress. They were dressing to express. Modesty gave their style longevity, and it gave them a timeless magnetism. True allure doesn't come from showing more. It comes from knowing yourself so deeply that you don't need to prove anything. That kind of presence is unforgettable. So now you've heard the 7 secrets. Each one simple, but together they create something extraordinary. Not a wardrobe, not a trend, but a presence. A way of showing up in the world that says, I know who I am. I've lived, I've learned, and I carry myself with intention. Let's quickly recap. Elegance starts with attitude, not outfits. It's enhanced by tailoring that respects your body as it is now. It's about choosing quality over quantity and finding beauty in simplicity. It lives in classic accessories, neutral colors, and those subtle touches that don't scream, but always get noticed. And above all, it thrives in modesty with purpose, not fear. And the best part? None of this requires you to be wealthy, trendy, or 30 years old again. It just asks you to be fully, proudly, unapologetically you. So which of these secrets will you start applying today? I'd love to hear in the comments. And if you found this video helpful or inspiring, please consider subscribing, giving it a like, and sharing it with another elegant woman in your life. Next week, I'll show you how to build a complete old money-inspired wardrobe with just 15 timeless pieces. So don't miss it. And remember, elegance has no age, but it always has attitude.